how to use the magic wand. A lot of clients and women are intimidated by it, by the size, by the weight, by the power. And a lot of women who are especially new to vibrators think that this is too much. Well, yeah, it's going to be too much if you put it on the highest setting and directly on your clit without any warm up. So, this is an advanced sex toy, and you need to learn how to use it properly. So, Carlin, what are some tips?
Well, it's interesting. I think the wand is a gateway vibrator. And
Ah,
I'm going to tell you why. The length of it makes it easier to hold
yes.
because sometimes we have a small vibe and we're holding it close to the body. It's hard. So, what's nice about the wand is you can lay it in your hand and have your hand on your hip and lay it against the body, right? Because
Mhm.
if I have tension in my hands, I'm not comfortable. I'm never going to get to pleasure.
Mhm.
It's also nice because you can straddle it on a pillow because of the size, and you
Mhm.
can move it around. You can stand up and dance with it and have
Right.
it on the side. So that makes it nice. And I like a nice big end like that because it's going to vibrate a larger area on the vulva.
Mhm.
I've been noticing this more and more after working with several hundred women in the last couple of years with COVID. Is what we do wrong is we take a strong vibe like the wand, we put it on 3 or 4 or 2, and we put it right on our clit, and we numb out and go, "Oh, it feels too much." And it
Mhm.
is too much.
Right.
So what we wanna do is always start with our hand, do a vulva massage, take 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and just
Mhm.
warm it all up.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then I'm gonna take my vibrator, and I'm gonna start in the inguinal crease. And I love how you said that, Laura, that crack between your leg and your vulva.
Yes.
We all know that crack. There are a lot of nerve endings there. Start there. Circle the whole area. Vibrate your outer labia.
Mhm.
Vibrate the vaginal opening. All on one, right?
Yeah.
We're starting because once we get the blood flow,
Mhm.
we can take the intensity.
Yes, yes. It really helps your internal clitoris become erect. So you don't wanna go for the clit first. The clit is the last place you wanna go. There are so many other interesting places to go and to bring blood flow, and I think the magic wand is really like the cornerstone, the Cadillac, this is my go-to. I don't think I ever have a masturbation session without the magic wand to start, even when I incorporate other vibrators.
It's a power horse. It just will last forever. Betty gave Joan Rivers a wand back in the 70s, no, 80s, and she had it for a decade. And that's
Mhm.
another thing. They don't burn out, they
Mhm.
don't die. So you start on 1, when you feel you plateau, you go to 2, right?
Yes.
You might even go to 3. Betty got to 3, I stay on 2, but you can go up and you can come down, right?
Right.
Then you have the modes. And how do you use the modes, Laura? Because I have to say, I started using the modes more after you said that you love them.
I love the modes because what is arousing? Variety. And so it's a way that you don't have to work so hard at giving variety. I in particular, I like the mode that goes because you have to kind of catch, you'll feel this wave of like, ooh, and then it goes away and then it comes back and goes away. I can totally orgasm like just from that if I'm willing to wait long enough. But experiment with the patterns. I think the patterns are so underutilized on every vibrator, and it adds interest. It's taking some of the control away. You know how like we like to control everything. The pattern is just giving some interest, and then just feel the sensation in your body. It's delicious.
It's the waves. So the first
Hmm.
orgasm takes the longest. So you can start with the consistent buzz, rumble buzz where you're on 1 or 2, get to the first, and then play, right? Because then we're coming from abundance. Then we know, like, I've had my orgasm, I've pushed out the tension. It was kind of small, but I know the waves keep on coming back
Right.
for as long as I keep stimulating my body. The last 2 clients I had, really preferred one preferred her hand, the other preferred the womanizer, which is a really intense
Mhm.
clitoral vibrator. And
Mhm.
where we got to was using the wand to warm up. I always say
Mhm.
after vulva massage, vibrator warm up, then penetration, then we do the rock and roll. And then they were able to have their hand on their clit with the
Mhm.
vibe either below on the vaginal opening or to the side and using the 2 together.
Yes.
So if you're feeling like you wanna have that orgasm with your hand, because there is something about the hand on your vulva at the same time you're having that orgasm, the wand is gonna help
Yes.
because then I don't have to move my hand as much or as
Mhm.
long. And
Mhm.
it's really about combining them all together. I have to say, if I had to pick between my hand and a vibe, and then throw in penetration with a dildo, I mean, I wouldn't know which one to pick. It's a buffet, and we want it all.
Exactly. We don't have to pick.